Howdy champs, my name is Mohit and people. Today I'm going to review the Philips HD4938 Induction Cooktop. This is the product and I'm actually going through the user manual right now that I downloaded off the internet. I'm going to move to the kitchen very soon. I'm going to show you the actual product, the actual demo. Do not worry. But I thought first I'll actually take you through the user manual which you can download too off the internet, just by keying in the proper search words. If you cannot, then request me and I'll actually email it to you too. Okay, so let's understand the product, at least the technical specifications, etc. Before we actually move into the kitchen, I'll show you the actual, the real demo of the real product. Okay, now this HD4938 product comes with 10 presets menu, apart from the fact that you can control it manually too. So you see the manual button is out here on the control panel. There are some other preset menus like gravy, roti, oblique dosa, milk, oblique water. You can slow cook, you can stir fry, you can deep fry, and you can even pressure cook. Okay, some extra features include the pause button. So you can pause and resume your heating only through this one single button, which will act like a toggle. The first time you press it, will pause the heating. The second time or the next time you press it once again, you can resume the heating. We see that we have a child lock out here as well. Now this can be invoked by pressing the two keys or the two buttons, feather touch buttons, people, sensor feather touch buttons simultaneously while the heating is actually on. That will invoke the child lock. After the child lock actually gets invoked, you'll not be able to use any other button except the on and off button. Okay, so yes, provides a certain amount of child security too. Okay, you see there's a timer button out here. Now to use the timer button, once you are actually using any of the preset menus or even the the manual control, once you hit the timer button, you can press the minus and the plus buttons to up and lower the time. Okay. We also see that there's a preset menu. Now this preset menu is for future cooking. Let's say you would want to cook 2 hours from now, 3 hours from now. You want to go to sleep now and maybe you would want to cook 30 minutes from now. So how do you do that? Through the preset menu. You can preset time in the range 10 minutes to 24 hours. How do you do that? You first enter any of the the options out here. Let's say roti dosa, for example. Then you hit the preset button. Then you up and down the time from here, the plus and the minus buttons. Select the time, okay, and then leave it. And let's say 10 minutes from now. After 10 minutes, you're gonna hear a beep, and the cooktop will whir into action. Will come into action. So that's future cooking in the near future, which, as I said, the range is 10 minutes to 24 hours. All right. So let's talk about some other important considerations. While you're actually cleaning, people, never dip it or immerse it in water. Don't use harsh detergents or chemicals. Always unplug the appliance 3 minutes after the cooking. Let it cool down before you would actually use a damp wet cloth. And also unplug it from the wall socket. Okay, I usually use a 20 amp switch because I feel it's a heavy duty appliance. It's best to use a 20 amp switch, not a not a lower or a normal kind of a socket. Okay. Make sure that the distance between the appliance and the surrounding walls is at least 10 centimeters, because that way you can ensure that the air ventilation is proper, and your device will not get overheated at any point of time, because if it does get overheated, then there are chances that it will throw up an error and the heating will freeze. It will auto shut down. To save or safeguard, that's a safeguard mechanism, people. Also, you'll notice that while you're actually cooking, especially at low temperatures, you'll notice that there's a tick sound. Now, those are temperature regulating sounds. There's a thermostatic action, people. That is to maintain the temperature in a specified range. So those tick sounds that you hear, tick tack, is absolutely normal. So don't worry about that. Okay. Now, see. The max temperature that you can reach through the induction cooktop is 270. The min is 100. So 100 to 270 degrees centigrade is the range, and the wattage in accordance will range from 120 to 2100 watts. Alrighty. What else can I show you? Now let's talk about the cookware. The cookware base, the induction base, should be first of all flat, uh, and should be in the range 12 centimeters to 20 centimeters. That should be the diameter. So with a bottom diameter of less than, you should not use a vessel which is less than 12 centimeters or over 20 centimeters. So do not use cookware with a convex or concave bottom. Made of non-iron metal, so you need to use either cast iron or stainless steel. Heat resistant glass pots, don't use them. Ceramic, don't use them. Glass, never use them. Aluminum and copper vessels, utensils, never use them. So flat vessels in the range of, with flat bottoms in the range of 12 centimeters to 20 centimeters. Also, people, let me tell you something very important. Okay, you see this circle, the outer circle is the cooking area. Whatever you cook should be inside it, should never protrude outside this cooking area, and should definitely not extend to the control panel. If it extends to the control panels, the feather touch buttons, you run the risk of damaging the control panel. Right. It's a full glass top. It's a black beauty. It's a black pearl. It's a full glass top, people. It looks sleek and stylish, amazing. So, people, I think I've actually covered everything that I needed to tell you. All right. I'll need to check on the warranty if it was 6 months or 1 year. Not too sure right now. I'll actually leave that in the description, or as I'll put it up as in the box, a text box. I'll put up a text box and I'll put it out there. All right, and if right, then I think the time is ripe for me to actually move into the kitchen and show you the actual demonstration. Let me see if I've missed out on anything at all. There's a list of error codes out here. Which error code means what? You can go through the instruction manual. You can they have instruction on how to set up the child lock, which I've already talked about. See, the child lock is invoked by pressing the plus and minus buttons together with the induction working, and you can toggle that function. You can go off and on through the same buttons. Okay, so people, let's move into the kitchen and let's see an actual demonstration. Welcome back, people. I'm in the kitchen right now so that I can actually show you the real demonstration. You see, the device has been powered on from the 20 amps switch. We're just keeping things safe using a 20 amps switch. Okay. Next, people, you see that the power button is blinking, basically waiting for instructions from you. So I'm gonna switch it on, and next, people, I'm gonna get into the manual control. So let's say get into gravy. Okay. And immediately the temperature is up to 120 degrees centigrade. I'm going to press these two buttons together, the plus and the minus buttons together, people. Okay. In fact, now I've done it properly actually. Doing it simultaneously will invoke the child lock, which means that none of the buttons are gonna respond to your touch. So that's the child lock for you. Let me come off the child lock. It's a toggle function, people. Okay. As you can see that I'm in the manual control. Once you are in the manual control, people, you can further increase or decrease the temperature using the plus button up to 140 or the minus button. Okay. I can choose some other preset options like roti or maybe milk water. Okay. Hitting milk water again will up the temperature to 160. So you have 10 preset menus and they give you different temperatures in accordance. Okay, let me switch the device off. This time I'm going to switch it on. I'm going to show you how to control it manually. Hitting the manual button. Thereafter, see, it will directly take me to 160. I'm going to lower the temperature this way. So this is the manual control. Now what is preset? If I hit preset, basically it's waiting for instructions from me to set up a preset time, after which it will actually start. So let me just keep it pressed. Okay, I'm going to leave it now. What this basically means is I'm looking to start the cooktop on the induction cooktop only after 3 hours and 10 minutes. Okay? So this is gonna power off only, it's gonna power down now in a minute, and it's gonna power on again only after 3 hours and 10 minutes. So that is the preset function guys. This is how it actually works. Let's see what happens. It should power down, it should auto shut off after a while. I'm just waiting for it to do that. Yeah, and quite clearly, you know, it's a black beast, it's a black beauty beast of a beauty. Yes, you see the device powered down, but this device, you know, this appliance is going to come into life back again after the timer counts down to 3 hours and 9 minutes. In fact, we really cannot wait up to that time. So what I'll do is I'll power it off. Okay, I'll switch it back again, and let's get into any of the menus. Let's say roti dosa. I'm going to show you how to use the timer. Okay, once you hit the timer, you can then use the minus or the plus buttons to control the time this way. And we also have a pause button, people. For whatever reason, you can just toggle through the pause button. We are on the pause is active now, and the pause is released now. So it's a toggle function. Okay. So guys, I'll sum up everything. You have 10 preset menus. You have the manual control. You can up the temperature from 100 to 270, and in accordance the wattage will change from 120 to 2100 watts. Okay, we saw the pause function, the child lock, etc. So guys, I hope you found this information useful. Do safely buy the product, people. You see the tea is already on a boil now. This has been rated very high on Flipkart. I bought it off Flipkart in the month of January. Now I'm into July, and I'm very happy with the product. You will be too, people. You should be too. Rated at 4.5 out of 5 on Flipkart. I'm absolutely sure guys who rated it so high have a very valid reason to do so. So it's a safe bet, people. I think if you are looking to buy a cooktop, this is a safe bet. It's a black beauty, as I said. It's a black beast. It's a monster of a performer. You should not regret buying this one. You have a good day. Bye bye. Peace.